Yeah guys, I'm back once again for another video, and basically today I got a bit bored in that, and I thought I'll do some DVD Blu-ray hunting, rare stuff, hard to get hold, mainly SteelBooks. And there's sort of a lot of shops opening up, so I went around my local town and that, and well, managed to get hold of three SteelBooks. um, Two of them are rare, one's quite newish, but that's going out. So these are the three I got. So I got let me just quickly show you. So I got First Blood. So let me just go through. I'll talk a bit about the film first. Yeah, so First Blood was released back in 1982, directed by Ted Kochev, and starring the one and only Sylvester Stallone and Richard Crenna and the late Brian Dennehy, and it is based on the novel, a 1972 novel, with the same of the same name by David Morrell. So I don't want to really, we know, Rambo's the classic films. Um, First Blood was a box office hit at its time, and spawned four sequels. In Rambo First Blood Part Two is actually my favourite. So is a sort of product of its time. Brought the 80s to life. They were the big films. When I was a kid in the 80s, growing up. The Rambo films. I actually saw this after I saw First Blood Part Two, because this, in them days, it's not like now, but them days, like when films are extremely violent, they never, especially here in the UK, they were a bit strict, and I'm sure this. I don't know if it came on TV. I think it did come on. I remember when I was a kid, my older brother was talking about. But anyway, I actually saw Rambo First Blood Part 2 on a pirate copy, 1985, before us. I saw this. So Rambo First Blood Part 2 has always been my favourite. So yeah, the story. Drifter ex-Vietnam vet comes into town and gets picked on by the local sheriff, and shit's a fan basically, and don't want to go too much into it. So yeah, it is one of the great 80s action films. Yeah, so I'll just go through. This is the Steel. I believe this is the Zabi. So this is a 4K one I got. I believe this is the Zabi limited edition Steelbook. Very limited. It's sold out on Zabi. So I managed to find this in one of those used. I found a used DVD shop, but just go through the art. It's got this cool, artwork of First Blood. So you got Stallone there, and you got this the bit when he's walking, when he gets told to get out of town, and he starts walking back. So it's pretty. So you can see it there. Give you a close, Yeah, pretty cool. And if I turn the back the bit, when the guys when they're trying to make him shave up for the court hearing, he's not listening. Gets a good old hiding, doesn't he? Yeah. This is a 4K release, so this is Ultra HD, so you need a 4K player. But I'll tell you this now. Oh yeah, by the way, it's got this cool artwork inside as well. But the 4K of all the Rambos, the original trilogy, are brilliant. They're awesome restoration at 4K. This is done by Studio Canal, here in in the UK, the Studio Canal. But yeah, this is so I went out hunting, and I managed to pick this up. Pretty cool. It's hard to get hold of. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you're right, as you can see in front of you, the other one I managed to pick up. I'll be honest with you, I did not know. This is an Arrow release. I did not know this was out in Steelbook. But this is I got the Arrow, standard sort of Blu-ray, but I saw this in another shop, and I was like, wow, I said to the guy, I'll take that. So this is Blowout. I'll quickly go through the film. One of my favourite films, directed by the one and only Brian De Palma. Released 1981. Is a neo-noir thriller. Stars one and only John Travolta as a movie sounds technician, who he's out. As sound technicians do, go out trying to find sound recordings for like a B low budget slasher film. He works for like a B movie production company, and at the same time his audio picks up an assassination involving like a presidential hopeful, and we go from there. It's one of my favorite De Palma films. Great performance by John Travolta. It's worth, if you want to watch, his sort of, this is vintage De Palma at his best. He never really, after this, he done one other one. He never really went back to these, heights. But his obviously his inspiration was Hitchcock. But this is a cool film. Like now we live in the digital age. Everything's digital. This is in the good old days of celluloid. Everything you have to go out. I don't think you could be able to make a film like this. You probably can, but I doubt it. On the level. But this is an awesome film. One of my favorites. If you want to watch a horror, thriller, cool, great cinematography, worth checking. Yes, I'll just show you. Cool artwork. This is a limited edition. This is from Arrow. You're right. So yeah, he's got this cool depiction from the film. Travolta here, on his recording cassette thing. You got the blowout scene. Pretty cool. Yeah. So check that out. I love the artwork there. And on the back, he's got that's from the original theatrical poster. You get that. Him with the screaming face, and get inside, and you got that the bit, that's the Blu-ray. I've got the original. I've got the normal one, standard one, sorry. And yeah, so he's got this. I love the inserts in these. So you got this bit when he's freaked out, the freaked out scene, I'll call it. Yeah, cool. Right, guys. Last but least, I've managed to get a hold of, and look like this I actually picked up from HMV, and it was only one there. This is Arrow's release of Robocop, and this is the SteelBook I found, and I'm sure these are pretty much gone on the way out. So this is quite, I think it's quite I can't remember. It came out this year or last year. This. I've seen this is a remastered. I think it's a 4K remaster. I think MGM done it back in 2013. It's a very good remaster. I've actually watched it, but so I've managed to get this Steelbook. Right. So just talk about the film. I'm sure everyone out there knows about it, film buffs. I remember watching this back, good old 1980 when it was released. I think it was a pirate copy we got of it. Released back, so it's a science fiction action film released back in 1987, directed by the one and only Paul Verhoeven, and starring Peter Weller, Nancy Allen, Kurtwood Smith, and Ronnie Cox, and a few other regular faces from the 80s. Basically, I'm sure you guys know the story. Cop gets set in some futuristic, messed up Detroit. Cop gets blown to pieces. Then basically they use him as a guinea pig to create a Robocop. So he's I don't want to go too much. I'm sure you guys know. So this is ultra-violent film directed by Paul Verhoeven. If you watch his other films, his films are quite ultra-violent. It's a classic, one of my favorite films from the 80s. Awesome. I love the special effects. Brilliantly directed, great acting. Cool film. Right, guys. So this is the Steelbook by Arrow, and I guarantee you, this is limited to the max. So it's got the original on the the original theatrical poster, the classic, as we all know, and we all seen this over, for years. This is still sealed up. So I'll quickly go through. It tells you all the, it's a 4K restoration on the back there, 2013 MGM one. And so, I don't know if you remember, but originally we used to see this. This is a director's cut. So the director's cut got some extra. Basically, I think it's I had the Criterion DVD from back in the 90s, and it's got some extra scenes which are extended violence. You guys would probably, so some extra violent scenes. There's not that much, added into it, but yeah, so you get what was cut here in the UK, and Paul Verhoeven put stuff back in, and so you on disc 2 you get the theatrical, the original one that was probably cut when we were growing up. So yeah, so it's still sealed. You know what? I'm not gonna bother opening it. Might leave because I've got the other version, so I might just leave it sealed for a while, see how long that lasts. But yeah, so yeah, it's worth getting if you want to get this. Try to get the Steelbook as soon as you can, because it's very limited from this. But it looks like it's got some. If you look there, it's got some cool features, and it's got booklet in it as well. So you know, but if you, there's two versions, you can get like a there's another limited, but it's not steel, but it's in a slipcase. Yeah, guys. So I was out DVD, Blu-ray hunting. You know, anything limited, hard to get. I saw a few other titles. I'll probably go back. Probably, I'm gonna try to go back. But I picked up these three of my favorite films. I was quite lucky. I picked up First Blood because that's really hard to get hold of, and I got it as good. And Blowout, which I really didn't know there was a Steelbook. Just my eagle eyes. It wasn't even front face; it was side face. But yeah, guys, these are the. I'm doing a bit of hunting. I'm gonna try to do. Hopefully, I'll start doing some filming when I'm outside or near outside shops, inside shops. Sometimes they don't let you film to make it a bit more exciting and that. But yeah. So these are the three I picked up. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace out.